What's up? Hey, I wanted to know if you're gonna do more trick arrows. I'm waiting for that boxing glove at some point.
Everybody is.
And I'm actually a little bit curious about seeing our friend Roy Rage in a speedy costume. If that's gonna happen relatively soon.
Arsenal. Ooh,
Or Red Arrow.
Or Red Arrow. Or, you know, I know that a lot of thought has been given to that. I know that one of our executive producers, especially Andrew Kreisberg, he loves that stuff. And I know, I'm pretty confident that, like, after every draft of a script that he'll get from the writer's room, he'll just kind of look at them and go, no boxing glove arrow this time.
I'll settle for
failure. And then, listen, I want superhero costumes on the show. I want Roy in a costume. I want Diggle in a costume.
Yes!
I want Felicity in a costume. I want everybody in a costume, okay? I want Laurel in a costume. Like, I want everybody should have a costume. Let's just all get it out in the open. But I hope more of that happens soon. But you know what? We introduced a new superhero in episode 1 of season 2. I think there are rumblings of making that somewhat of a tradition.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I had a question actually about the Felicity Oliver relationship. How do you feel about that? I feel like Felicity gets led on a lot. And then are you
funny meme on the internet where she's crying, she's like, you kiss all the girls but me!
What do you have to say about this?
I learned, this is sort of a long-winded answer, which is my specialty. I learned a great deal about dealing with co-stars and trying to make them comfortable from Amy Brenneman, who I worked with on Private Practice. Who, by the way, was a love interest for Tom Welling before he got Smallville. It's very, very strange. She's convinced that working with her births superheroes. Anyway, she was so wonderful to me on Private Practice, and so accepting, and was so personal with me so immediately that it made my job so easy. Emily was the first guest star that I worked with on Arrow. And I remember wanting to make that experience for her exactly like my experience was with Amy on Private Practice. So, for that reason, and because Emily is just such a wonderful young woman, very special place in my heart for that character and for that actor. So, I really hope that, I'm a fan of television shows, and I don't like things set up that aren't paid off. So, I would hope that anything that we set up on the show, we would pay off.
One more question.
Hi. I'm good. I'm sorry that I can't answer faster.
Okay, so a quick question then. If you could not be Arrow, but you could be any other superhero, boy or girl, what would you choose?
Why just superheroes? Why not villains?
Or both.
All right, one other superhero. I'm gonna go with Lobo. Lobo was one of my favorite comics as a kid. I loved Lobo. I was way too young to read it. And for villain, I'd say the Riddler.
Thank you. That's a great one to end on. All right, Stephen, thank you so much.
Hey guys, thank you.